Yo guys, Matt from Upsilon Mining back. Today I'm coming back at you with another video. Today we got two new server cases in. The first one I already put together, and it is a Leon Lee 8 GPU server case with a 3300 watt power supply. Let's get into it. So here we have the case, guys. Absolutely awesome case. So let me just explain why I think this case is awesome. For one reason, we have 8 fans. So 4 fans on this side, which pull the air out, and 4 fans on this side, which pull the air this way. So it's sucking with 4 fans the air through this way, and another 4 fans that pull it again this way. I don't think Optiminers even have that. On the front of the case, we have a an adjustment knob with a built-in fan controller. So there's actually a fan controller right in here. You can see it down there, which will actually adjust the fan speed, and also a reset switch right here, which can be used to reset the rig if necessary. If you look around the front here, there's the fan controller there. It's a fan hub and fan controller built in, which is really cool. And the motherboard itself, there's 8 slots, and everything's spaced out by 70 millimeters. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 8 power inputs. Okay, and we also have outputs here, which can be run into a splitter to run to the top of the cards if you want. Or you could just use the varied length cables from the power supply, which all have obviously the 8-pin connectors. And we're going to put 6 of the 3080s in here. Now I'm just going to space them out as best as I can, just because the cards themselves are so energy intensive. They generate a lot of heat, and I had a lot of issues getting them not to thermal throttle on the open air rig. But with this, I'm hoping with the dual 4 fans here and 4 there, it's going to really help the airflow. So it's going to suck that air in, and then it's going to pull it out the other side, which is really cool. This power supply, like I mentioned earlier, is 240 volt and 3300 watts. So you can't run this on your normal 120. You need to have a 240 volt output wall outlet at least. So it's a really great rig or server case so far. And I ordered this actually off of Alibaba, and I got 2 of them, and they came to a total of around 1,150 Canadian dollars shipped to my door, plus import fees and whatnot. So probably about 1,300 bucks, which is around just under $700 each. And these are crazy rigs, man. It's like the 3300 watt power supply alone is a really awesome add to it. Hopefully this power supply holds up, because it is a lot of power being pulled through, but I'm hoping that it'll hold up well. And yeah, that's it. Let me just get all these loaded in, and I'll get HiveOS set up, and we'll take another look at it. Okay guys, here we are in the mining basement. So what we have here is the 3080 Alienware rig on open air. We're going to take every single one of these GPUs, move them out from this open air rig, and put it into the server case. I already did this with the 3090 rig below here. So I'm going to take all these out, and I'm going to put them into the other rig like I mentioned. Let's do it. Okay guys, so here we go. This is the 3080 full hash rate. I guess all cards are full hash rate. Dell RTX rig with 6 of them. I'm just out of breath because it's very heavy and bringing it up the stairs. So we got this with 4 ASIC fans that I added to the front. We're going to move all this into this, and yeah, let me just move them all on over, and I'll see you in a second. Okay guys, this looks great. So I put 3 here, and I spaced out 1 here, and I put 3 in a row here as well. Now hopefully that'll be good enough to get enough airflow through. The main issue with these cards, just like the 3090s I got, especially these Dells, is that the memory junction temperatures get really hot. So basically the first thing I did was I took them apart, and I added thermal paste around the GPU. There's actually a metal area that makes contact with the heatsink. I had to apply thermal paste there, as well as new thermal pads, gel ID thermal pads and everything as well. The next step on this rig and the other 3090 rig, which looks identical to this one, will be to actually dismantle them again and put the actual aluminum plates in from Cool My GPU in. But for now, basically this is all set up and running. I'm gonna get this downstairs, get it set up, get it connected to Hive, and then I will see you in a second on the computer. Yo guys, Matt from Upsilon Mining back at you with another YouTube video about mining and GPU mining specifically. Today we're just going to talk quickly about the server case that you saw earlier that I had purchased off of Alibaba. I got two of these actually. The grand total was around 1,500 Canadian plus import fees, so maybe about 1,700 bucks for the two of them. 850, a little less than 850 Canadian dollars per case, and this is a Lian Li server case. So it's got actually I don't even think this is the one that I have. The one I have is very similar to this one, but it does have two sets of fans. I think it's this one here. It's a high performance case with a 3,300 watt 240 volt power supply. So yeah, this is it here. Let's take a look at that. Lian Li, if you guys want to go check it out, not affiliated. Pretty sure you can pay what I paid and get the same one. 8 slots, 70 millimeter spacing between the slots, so there's plenty of room for the Dell RTX 3090s and 3080s that I put into this case. The 3,300 watt power supply is ample on 240 volt only, so this won't work on your standard 120 wall outlet. Comes with many different cables with varying lengths, so you can actually reach the cards near the end as well as near the front here. And the cool thing about it also is the fact that it has two sets of fans, 4 fans pulling air in and 4 fans pulling air out, so it's pretty good with regard to ventilation. It's really good actually for the heat management, with a few caveats. I'll mention that in a second. So I am also making a move to server cases in general wherever I can. So as temperatures rise and summer approaches, I am taking I'm paying very close attention to the farm and the rigs in particular, and replacing the open air rigs where the cards are having problems with heating or ventilation or just airflow, and replacing them with server cases. I also like to use spider miner cases, which are actually really good. So far, I got a couple of these, 2 of these, and I got 2 of these as well, and 2 of the ones I just purchased. So I got a total of 6 server cases right now. I'm moving all my open air rigs over, and I have a lot of different reasons for doing that actually. One of the main reasons actually is the fact that these cases are much smaller, but and I think you kind of know what I mean. They may not be wider. Like my 6 GPU rigs, you've seen them before, were quite tall, right? And you had to have 2 power supplies, so they were heavy as well. 2 1,300 watt power supplies, 2 EVGAs in there, as well as all the cards, the motherboard, everything. And it was very tall and just cumbersome, right? Not as stable. These things are small and easy to pick up, move around, and to actually put into shelving as well. So I was able to actually put this as well as another one inside the shelving and stack them, and not worry about the heat rising up through the like in and out around the cards and up above the card to the rig above it, because it's actually just pulling air and blowing and shooting it out the back. So I can more easily create a cold and hot aisle kind of situation where I have cold air coming from upstairs blowing into the shelving unit, and then these units will actually pull that cool air in and blow it out the other side. So like I've had pretty good success with that. And if we take a look kind of at the log in here. I'm having a lot of issues with HiveOS lately, just because, who knows, it keeps kicking me out. It's very annoying. Let me know, guys, in the comments below if you're also having issues with HiveOS being just a pain in the ass. So let me just put this code in. So annoying, so annoying. Ever since they changed this around, it just logs me out every day, and it really shouldn't be doing that. It's just so annoying. So I'm going to here. So rigs. So now I have 6 rigs, which are case rigs, server case rigs. So like 5 and 6. So 5 is the 3090 rig, and I'm still having, fair warning, I'm having heating issues still with the memory and these things. So I've basically toned it down a bit, but we're only getting around 682 megahash for 6 cards, which is garbage. We should be getting around 120 at least per card. We have some that are throttling pretty bad today, and it's not even that hot today. It's only like 23 degrees in the house right now.
When it was getting hotter, this was throttling me more. But the good news is I also have aluminum plates coming from coolmygpu.com and I installed to each GPU. I tried to space them out as best I could. There's only so much you can do in a 8 GPU server case. Maybe I should have put it in a 12 server case. Who knows? But I mean, I think as soon as I get this memory issues out of in control, I should be able to under control. I should be able to get this issue resolved. If you guys don't know, this is GDDR6 memory. They're very heat intensive. I have thermal ID, or gel ID thermal pads on them. But I did a video where I did a copper plate on a under 3080 Founders Edition, and it just dropped the temperatures right down. So I'm really confident, guys, that if I replace the pads with the plates, and here these temperatures will drop into the 90s at the very highest, and even at the extreme summer heat in this server case, it should be good to go. I also have a 3080 rig here, which is running pretty good actually. These aren't running too bad. We're hitting. This is a thermal. This is an issue of silicon lottery. This one, 93.47. It's pretty bad, but the other ones are good. This one won't go above that. If I try increasing memory clocks, the damn thing just crashes. But I'm going to replace thermal pads on all this as well with the plates, so that might change it as well. But we're hitting around 600 mega hash on this rig, which is the same, running the same case here. Sorry, the same case here. Yeah, on that rig, and it's pretty good, not too bad. And I'm having zero issues with crashing. The other when this was running in the open air rig with just this ATX motherboard, before I'd have issues with this thing would just might randomly shut down and go offline. I haven't had that problem at all. So like even if it's thermal throttling a little bit more, it's not a problem. Like I said, the plates are coming in. It's fine by me because it's running more stable. So I guess that's my second point why these things are better, I think. So server cases come, usually as full packages with the motherboard and the fans and the case and there's no risers involved, so there's less wires and crap which can like pull and yank out. Like I've had issues on my open air rigs where a wire might come out or it might be loose or the riser would go bad. With these kind of cases, there's no none of that worrying about anything like with regard to like risers or the riser capacitors or any kind of thing. I mean, it's really good. And yeah, so this guy only has 64 gigabytes SSD. Yeah, 64 gigabyte SSD and only 4 gigabytes of RAM because that's all that's needed. Most of it came pre-assembled. I had to plug some wires here and there in because there's a built-in fan controller in this device, which is really good as well. Actually, I don't think this is the folding one, but they're all very similar. Let's see. They have a built-in fan control in this, and there's actually an adjustment knob at the front. I think I showed previously in the video, at the beginning of this video that I'm doing now, where it could actually adjust the fan speed. Yeah, so this is really good. So I guess the two reasons are, one, well, I guess there's more than two reasons. The first reason is that these are easier to deal with. They fit in the shelf. They're easy to move around, to pick up, move around here and there. They're more easily used. They make it easier to create hot and cold aisles of cold air and hot air on one side and the other side. They don't pull hot air into the cards. Generally, it's trying to pull air through and around and out at the back. That's kind of why I did that server sleeve, that server case faux server sleeve earlier with an open air case. I did a video of that. You can go check it out. That kind of simulated the same kind of effects, but nothing beats the actual case. I know I wasn't really a believer in server cases before, but now with the prices even coming down, it makes almost 0 cents to go and build out a rig. And I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed putting the rig together, picking out risers and putting together the frame and picking the motherboard and CPU and the RAM, all that stuff, SSD. But there's too many loose things hanging off as well. So like these are smaller, more compact. There's less things hanging off, less wires and stuff that can get caught and pulled out, yanked out. If you move it around, I had issues where I moved rigs around and the wire would get yanked or moved, and I didn't know until I turned it on. And there's an issue with that. They're more solid. They're slimmer. Like they're not as tall, so they can fit into like shelving units. You can go on the you can also put them on their side, so the cards are actually laid on sideways instead of kind of like this. And it's good. I mean, it's good. And the cost is actually better as well, and ease of use. Like literally, a lot of these things, the manufacturers will install HiveOS onto it. You literally just have to upgrade HiveOS and the drivers, put the cards in, and overclock, and you're ready to go. So although I'm still not a fan of octominers because the prices are just way too high for me, guys, it's too high for me. Like I'm in Canada right now, and to get one of those things in is like 1,400 bucks. I literally got 2 of these for the price of 1 octominer. Is it as good? I think it looks better actually. The black looks more slick. It's got 8 fans, not just 5 fans like the octominers have. It only has this 1 power supply, and they're not hot swappable. I do understand that, so I mean that's kind of one drawback. There's no handles in the front. There's a couple of things here and there, but like no barometric sensors and all that stuff. But like in the end, you know what? I think this is just fine, and I think it's great so far. I have no issues with these or with these ones which I'm using here. These ones are still on sale here. I might pick up a couple more of these. But yeah, I don't know. It's great case. Anyways, guys, what are you guys doing about the Ethereum merge coming up on August? What do you guys think about that? Do you think mining is going to be like completely dead or what? My plan, I guess my plan is just keep mining Ethereum up until the merge. When that happens, I'll just kind of play by ear. Roll with the punches, as they say. Check out what to mine. Watch some YouTube videos, see what the other content creators are saying, what they're doing, what the strategies are. As long as I can run these rigs at a minimal loss per month, then I'll still run them. If it starts getting like a massive loss, like to run them, like I'm minus $1,000 because it's making nothing, then I think I might have to turn them off or turn off some of them, maybe leave the most profitable ones on only, and just kind of wait it out, wait for the next bull run or wait till the next coin starts rising. Maybe start buying the coin directly. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm just going to play it by ear, so I don't have any magical answers. Like a lot of us don't have any magical answers either. But I watch a lot of Sonatech videos, I watch Red Panda videos, all these other guys doing their stuff and seeing what they're doing. I mean, it is a community, and staying involved is important as well, because if you just shut everything off and just forget about it, you might miss the next opportunity to start turning your mining rigs on and going at it again. I mean, I understand a lot of you. I understand a lot of you have issues with your power being pretty high, and yeah, I totally can empathize with you. If you're paying 40 cents a kilowatt hour, it's insane. Like, why would you do that, right? And just go and buy Ethereum or buy the coin. So yeah, totally understand why you have to turn it off. But I don't think it's going to be forever. So I think I see a lot of guys prematurely selling their rigs off, selling off their hardware to make some money right now, and I think that's a mistake. I think it's best to wait it out, see what happens post merge. I mean, the merge might even be delayed still. You don't know, right? I mean, nothing's final until the fat lady sings, right? Anyways, guys, I will leave it at that, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button so that the YouTube algorithm can be helped and other people can help find my content. And also, smash that, or click that, smash that, push that, click, smash, push, click, push, click. I guess just click that notification bell as well if you want to get notified for latest videos. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.